This guy is the local news delivery system for the residents of Fripp Square. This guy is the local... That's what the newsreader uses to make sure everyone around here knows what's going on. This poster is encouraging people to get vaccinated for green lung. If only it were that easy for everyone. This poster is That's a pretty dramatic statue. I guess that must be the eponymous Mr. Fripp. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. He looks fairly lost in thought. The Ministry of Knowledge. It's where they keep all the documents and educational materials from before the bombs. Extremely limited access, of course. Wow, a 2003 Fairway debutante. I'm surprised it's still intact. Most of these were gutted for parts and metal in the years after Blast Day. It's a small waste bin. It appears to be almost full to the brim. I'm not picking up those ladies' garbage.
Did no one teach you that it's rude to stare? Ugh, please stop staring at me.
A little too modern for my needs. Plus, I don't think the people around here would take too kindly to scavengers.
Oh, please.
Please don't touch that.
Hello there.
May I help you with something?
Have you heard the name Silas Harrison?
I have, yes. He's fairly well known around these parts.
Can you tell me anything about him? Like where he lives?
Lady, I'm a town crier, not a town directory. If you want to put your nose where it don't belong, you're better off talking to Flora and Genevieve on the other side of the square.
So you're a town crier? What do you actually do?
I deliver the news to the people of Fripp Square. They ask about specific headlines, I tell them. Some sort of breaking news arrives from the government, I read it. It's rather simple, really.
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, the top headlines are Ministry of Energy restarts generators. Terrorists rumored in the Market District. Mysterious object spotted over quarantine zone. And the weather report. So, what'll it be?
How about Ministry of Energy restarts generators?
Fine.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. The Ministry of Energy released a report saying that they have succeeded in restarting 60% of the city's reactors. As a result, more power will be available, starting with the area around Fripp Square. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Hello there.
May I help you with something?
I've got some news for you. I've got the perfect life.
You, of all people, have the perfect life? I guess that really is news.
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, the top headline, Ministry terrorist, and so.
I want to hear terrorists rumored in the Market District.
If you wish.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. Rumors have surfaced of a group of terrorists headquartered somewhere in the Market District. These dissidents are to be considered armed and extremely dangerous to public safety. Anyone with information leading to their arrest is encouraged to report to the nearest aristocrat guard. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Hello there. Can I...
Very well. Right, terror, and so.
I'd like to hear mysterious objects spotted over quarantine zone.
Right you are.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. This past week, several citizens reported sighting a strange object in the sky over the quarantine zone. Rumors have persisted that it was the Reaper. However, the Ministry of Knowledge insists that this is not the case. The aristocracy reminds citizens not to be swayed by baseless rumors and superstitions. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Hello there. Can I hear?
Right now, terrorist, and so.
What's the weather report?
You'll soon find out.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. Weather conditions are as follows. Partly cloudy with a 0% chance of rain. Today's high will be 24 degrees Celsius and the low will be 20. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
You know, I have to admit, this one is kind of cute. I'd rather not get too close. Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. What can I do for you?
I'm Amy Uollard. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Amy. My name is Maximilian Huber, but please call me Max.
Do you live around here?
Yes, just around the corner, but ever since my wife passed, I like to get out of the house and spend time with my friends.
Your friends?
Yes, the Ravens.
So, how much time do you spend with your friends?
Not all day, but most of it. They are beautiful creatures, aren't they? How those Reaper cultists have turned them into a symbol of fear is beyond me, but to each his own, I suppose. I only wish I had something to feed them with. The poor things look terribly hungry.
What do they eat?
Anything, really. Meat, vegetables, insects. They're not picky eaters by any means.
I'm looking for Silas Harrison. Do you know him?
Know him? Not personally, but I know who he is, certainly.
You wouldn't happen to know where he lives, would you?
I'm afraid not. I never had any cause to pay him any social calls at his home. My apologies.
You know, it's days like these that make me realize I've got the perfect life.
That's a lovely attitude to have, my dear. Your optimism is inspiring.
Have a nice day, sir.
You too, my dear.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Oh. Where did you come from? She looks like she just came from the quarantine zone. Don't be silly. You know nobody ever leaves that awful place. In any case, I'm sure you've got a lottery job you should be doing. Why don't you run along and leave us to our conversation? Which reminds me, I need some new servants. I was entertaining guests the other day, and they kept interrupting. Good help just keeps getting harder to come by.
There's no way I can just walk in there. I'd have to fill out heaps of paperwork and probably wait years for an appointment.
That is but you know.
That's Nero's banner. He's in charge of the Ministry of Knowledge. That's Nero's banner. The neighborhood gets way less fancy up the road. The main entrance to the Ministry of Medicine. I have to find a way in there. That's a nice statue, although the base looks a bit unstable. Must be some kind of checkpoint for visitors. Doesn't look like it would be very comfortable in there. He looks kind of bored. The guard has the door closed. Something tells me that's a good thing. There's no mistaking the Ministry of Energy Tower. Tiberius really has a great view of the whole city. If only it were that easy. Going in there while the guard is around would get me in major trouble. I can't get in there with the guard inside. Excuse me.
What is it, citizen?
Could you tell me about this building, sir?
You don't get out much, do you? This is the Ministry of Medicine. They're in charge of all health-related issues in the city.
So this is where people come to get their vaccines?
Correct. Entry is by appointment only, I'm afraid.
I kind of figured as much. You know someone named Silas Harrison?
Silas Harrison? The name sounds familiar. But then, I see plenty of names on a daily basis. I have to write the name of all scheduled appointments here in my ledger.
Don't suppose I could have a peek at your ledger?
Afraid not, miss. This is for government eyes only. And, not to be rude, but you don't look like a government employee to me.
I just have to say, I've got the perfect life.
Good for you, miss. Now please, move along.
Keep up the good work.
Have a nice day, miss.
I can't reach it from down here. Even if it wasn't locked, I don't think I could just go waltzing in there without permission. Let's hope this works.
What was that? What a mess. I told them this would happen eventually.
Let's just have a look at this ledger. Here we go. Silas Harrison is being visited by a doctor this evening for green lung treatment. This information could be very important to certain people. Might be a good idea to take it with me. It looks like he's taking his time. That's good. I'd better not disturb him right now. Hello there.
May I help you with something?
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, Ministry terrorist, mysterious, and so.
Nothing, actually.
Well, why'd you ask to hear a story then? Get a move on.
I haven't got any ammo. Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. Oh, what can I do for you?
Do you know the two women over there? They're kind of rude.
Them? Oh, don't pay them any mind. They're just a couple of harpies who have nothing better to do with their time than gossip about everything. You should hear them any time the newsman reads out a headline. It's non-stop chatter. But please, let's discuss something more worthwhile, shall we?
Have a nice day, sir.
You too, my dear.
There's no way I can just walk in there. I'd have to fill out heaps of paperwork and probably wait years for an appointment. A little too modern for my needs. Plus, I don't think the people around here would take too kindly to scavengers. This is the intersection of Jordan Street and Booth Avenue. I can't think of anything I could do with that. I'm not picking up those ladies' garbage. I'd sooner cut off my own tongue before speaking to those snobs again. According to this page, Silas Harrison is getting a green lung treatment this evening at sunset. I think you should have a look at this.
Interesting.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. Silas Harrison, noted government philanthropist, has contracted green lung. He is due to begin medical treatment this evening. Anyone who has had contact with Harrison is advised to monitor their symptoms and to notify the Ministry of Medicine if they begin feeling ill. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Hello there.
May I?
I've got...
Well then.
Excuse me.
Hello, miss.
Haven't...
You too,
I'd sooner cut off my own tongue before speaking to those snobs again. There's no way I can... I'd rather not get too close.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Inside the cathedral?
Not without getting clearance from me, you aren't.
I think you should know that I've got the perfect life.
And you could have the perfect death if you embrace the Reaper.
Can I go in?
That depends. Are you ready to die?
Sure, why not?
If you're not willing to take this seriously, then I can't help you.
Hello, Mariska.
Amy, hello!
Do you have any vegetables a raven might like to eat?
Ravens? Yes, I see them around my garden all the time. They love my alfalfa sprouts.
Have you got any for sale?
Sure, but take this bag. On the house.
Are you sure?
Yes, I owe you after helping me with the guard. It's the least I can do.
Thanks. I have to go now.
Okay, you come back and see me again soon, all right?
Mariska always seems to have good food to sell and is always trying to feed me. It's full of alfalfa sprouts. Excuse me, sir? I got this bag of alfalfa sprouts. You know, so you can feed the birds.
Thank you. This will certainly make the birds pleased.
There's no way I can just walk in there. I'd have to fill out heaps of paperwork and probably wait. Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. What can I do for you?
That little raven up there isn't getting any food.
You're right. I'll toss some extra food closer to it so it can eat.
Those flying rats just knocked the waste bin over. Oh, the smell!
Disgusting. I hope a street cleaner comes to clean it up.
Seriously!
That's the tiniest raven I've ever seen. Poor thing, it's too scared to eat with the bigger ravens. I'd rather not get too close. The raven knocked over the bin. It spilled garbage all over the street.
Well, it's about time someone came. Now, what was that you were saying, Genevieve?
Can you believe Harrison kept his disease to himself?
I know. I was just at his manor last week. Now I'll need to go to the ministry and get checked.
Everyone on Thredson Street will. He should know better than to throw parties if he's got green lung.
I'll bet his gardener gave it to him. His love of topiaries will be the death of him.
Interesting. A mansion on Thredson Street with topiaries. I just hope Harrison's tastes are unique. I'd sooner cut off my own tongue before speaking to those snobs again. Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. What can I do for you?
Have a nice day, sir.
You too, my dear.
There's no way I can just walk.
I'm Dr. Collins from the Ministry, here to see Mr. Harrison.
Of course. He's in his room. Just walk down the hall. It's the fourth door to the left.
Damn, looks like I got here too late. But maybe there's still a way I can get close to the doctor without being seen. Nice, even if I have no idea what it's supposed to be. Rattling the bush will only draw unwanted attention. Interesting. Looks like the house goes back a ways in that direction. This window looks into a bedroom. Time to do a little peeping.
Good evening, Mr. Harrison. What seems to be the trouble?
You know damn well what the trouble is. I've got that blasted plague.
What symptoms have you been having?
Last week, the coughing started. Since then, it's only gotten worse. And yesterday, I hacked up some blood. I've had a fever all of today and haven't felt like eating anything since yesterday. Not to mention, I haven't been able to sleep a wink.
I see. Have you been in contact recently with anyone showing symptoms of the disease?
Well, 2 weeks ago, I was relaxing outside in my yard when some vagrant came by to ask if I could spare any food. Well, naturally, I told him I couldn't, but he became belligerent when he heard that and spat in my face. To think, a man of my stature with green lung. I can't imagine the scandal.
Green lung doesn't discriminate, Mr. Harrison. It can affect anyone.
So can you do anything for me, Doctor?
Not to worry. You're in good hands. Your support of the Ministry of Knowledge means you'll receive only the finest care the government can offer. I'm going to give you a dose of vaccine. That should fix you up by morning, but you'll need to get another dose in about a month's time.
Why can't you eggheads at the Ministry of Medicine get off your collective asses and develop a cure already?
We're trying, believe me. This isn't an easy disease to cure, but the treatment works almost instantly. You'll see.
So I'm stuck getting this injection once a month for the rest of my life?
I'm afraid so, although I'm sure you'll agree that it beats the alternative.
Yes, well, that is true. I could be dying in the streets like those filthy mongrels in the quarantine zone.
Yes, with the monthly injection, you won't have to worry about entering the terminal phase.
Let's not think about that. A dreadful business, really. Let's focus on my treatment.
Of course. Just hold still a moment. There we go. You should feel like a new man in just a few hours. Now, I'm going to leave an appointment card here for you. Just bring it to the Ministry of Medicine when you're due for your next vaccine dose.
Can't I send my servant to get it for me and bring it back here?
The green lung vaccine is a valuable commodity, Mr. Harrison. We don't release it to just anyone.
So can't you just come back and shoot me up when it's time? I don't want to have to go all that way.
We'll see. I know you've curried favor with the aristocracy, but I'll leave the card here just in case. Oh, and I'll leave a little something with your butler to help you sleep. But give the vaccine a few minutes to circulate before you take it.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it.
Think nothing of it. Feel better, Mr. Harrison.
That card is my ticket into the ministry. But how am I supposed to get it?
Damn! Where is that confounded servant of mine?
Someone clearly cleans this glass daily. It's spotless. I wonder why these windows haven't got curtains. Huh, it's unlocked. Odd. I would have thought someone as well-to-do as Harrison would have an electric stove. Looks like tonight's dinner is some kind of soup. I can't believe all this food is going to waste on just one person. I wonder when these were made. They don't exactly look fresh. Someone made tea recently. It smells slightly fruity. Looks like someone hasn't washed up yet. An odd place to store a sack of flour. I guess they must have used it recently. This is most likely where Harrison keeps all his fancy silverware. Would you look at that? It's like a portable well. A variety of knives. They don't look like they've been used much. I wonder if he gets his from the salt flats, too. I wonder if Clem or Gordon would be interested in something like that. A ladle and a wooden spoon. Standard kitchen equipment, I guess. Those towels are surprisingly clean. Guess they don't see much use. I'm sure no one will notice one missing ladle. I'm guessing this is what Harrison uses to call his servant. I shouldn't draw any attention to myself without a good reason.
I've given him a dose of vaccine. He should be back to normal by tomorrow.
Oh, joy. I'm so relieved.
If it's any help, I have some sleeping pills for him. He should be ready to take them shortly.
Good. At least that'll give me some more peace for a while. Soon enough, he'll start ringing that damn bell for everything again.
Well, I wish you luck. I need to head back to the ministry now.
Thank you, Doctor. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Begins. You rang for me, sir?
About 10 minutes ago. What on earth took you so long?
I was...
Never mind the excuses. Just give me one of those sleeping pills the doctor gave you.
Yes, sir. Will you be wanting it with your usual lemon and elderberry tea?
That's fine.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll return shortly.
Finally. I thought he'd never get to sleep. Quietly now. Why would Harrison have a chair here? Is it for people to watch him sleep? I have more important things to do than watch an old man sleep. That's a fairly big bed for someone who's sleeping alone. Not a chance. Harrison must not like sleeping in the dark. I don't want to risk waking Harrison up. He may be a crotchety old geezer, but I can't help but feel sorry for him. Waking him up would be a very bad idea. That kind of looks like a funeral urn. I'd really rather not get too close. It's a painting of a middle-aged woman in a nice dress. I wonder who she is. I'm not stealing his painting. I'm already taking enough. So now I'm stealing an old man's only means of getting more vaccine. I really hope there's something in the ministry worth finding, Danton. Oh no. No, please. Of all the times.
Eh? What? Who's there?
Shit!
Ophelia? Is that you? They told me you were dead. Oh, my dear Ophelia, come back to take care of me while I'm sick. I knew you would. Cordelia? Are you there, my love?
That was a little too close. Either someone was careless, or they just enjoy a cool breeze. I can't reach it. Decadent. This Harrison guy is clearly doing well for himself. That must be Harrison's servant. Guess that's how he copes. I don't want to draw his attention. I won't be able to get inside from here. Hard to tell from this distance, but it looks like that's the kitchen in there. Fancy doors. Too bad they're just out of my reach. I don't think I'll be able to just walk right into the manor. I'll need to be a little more subtle. Nice looking bird, although I'm not sure what kind that's supposed to be. I can't think of anything I could do with that.